There were so many salmon on this shore just yesterday, last night, scraps, people that already have filleted them and they just left the scraps here. And there's a couple left and there's bear prints everywhere. So we'll fish here, but I'm gonna have my back on these woods. Couple bears. It's hard to believe there's a bunch of fish right in front of me right now if we haven't gotten one.
Yeah, no matter how many hundreds of times I fish this river, I feel that same way every single time.
It's like that first 45 minutes, you're like, am I just sitting here?
Pretty much, man.
Would I be better off just casting into a pool?
Yeah. Once you get that first one, though, then it's on, right?
Yeah, then you believe it's possible.
Yeah.
I imagine taking, like, if you could like x-ray the water or have all the water go out for just a second and see where all the fish are. I was talking to Mike, he said you'd be astounded, you'd be surprised you didn't get a fish every cast with how many are here.
Yeah.
But you'll just cast over and over and not get them.
Yeah, I think yesterday 15,000 flowed into the river.
William is able to accurately state how many salmon came into the river because there is a fish sonar that keeps track of how many fish enter the river each day. Now, Alaska Department of Fish and Game monitors these numbers closely with the intent of hitting their ideal escapement numbers. Escapement is the number of salmon that do not get caught by commercial or recreational fishermen and are able to still spawn. Because there's limited habitat and food for the future juvenile fish, we have to be sure to harvest enough sockeye so that only a specific number can spawn. It's worth noting that I found out after this trip that the escapement number where we were fishing was way too high. And not enough fish were caught, which is a bit nerve-wracking, but I do know that I contributed money to help this conservation effort by purchasing my fishing license, and I had a blast catching as many salmon as I could.
Oh, it's big sockeye.
Oh man, this is a big one. Wow.
After I caught that sockeye salmon, William caught himself another common species to these waters, a pink salmon.
Nice. Nice.
You cannot not look stupid trying to net these fish, I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
That is a pink.
See the spots on the top of it?
And they have a little bit of a hump too on the back. Now, let me tell you something right now. The people in Michigan would wait at a grocery store for hours to have the opportunity to eat this fish.
Yep.
And what do you?
In Alaska, we call that dog food. Pink salmon, no go. We got to throw her back. Yeah. It's painful for him to do this.
With this spot only producing a couple fish over a 3-hour period, we decided to float back down the river to the spot where we had so much luck yesterday. We were welcomed back by a pair of the loudest bald eagles I have ever heard. I love being around these birds just because of how beautiful they are. They like me around because of the carcasses left over after I fillet my fish.
William, I really appreciate you having me up here and showing me all this.
Oh man, I'm really glad that you were able to come up, man.
As much as I travel and see everything, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, we've talked about it for years, and you know what I think is cool is you got to see a different style of fishing, right? It's way different than fishing in the Midwest.
Got that right. Yeah, you did this in the Midwest, you'd end up in jail.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how clean the air is. Clean air and clean water.
You know, the other thing that's cool is, I mean, we're the only people out here, right? How many rivers and lakes in the lower 48 can you say that in, right?
It's hard to get away.